How's it going, everybody? Thought I'd do a video showing my DS and Game Boy games. I think I'm just gonna get started right away with the Game Boy games. So first off, I got Rugrats Time Travelers. I haven't really played this one too much, but for $5, I'll take it. Next off, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This one I did play a little bit, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. And with most of these, I don't know if I'm going to have a whole lot to say because it's been quite a while since I've played most of them, but if I do have something to say, I'll be sure to say it. Next off, we got Harvest Moon for I think it's just regular Game Boy, but I believe it had the, like, color capabilities, if you put it in Game Boy Color. And, I used to play this quite a bit, but, I got it on the Virtual Console on my 3DS, so now that's mainly how I play it. Next off, we got Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. This is a fun little point-and-click game that, it's very short, but it's also enjoyable for me personally. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. Rugrats Totally Angelica. Haven't touched this one yet, but for $3, I'll take it. Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is a very fun one. Got it on my 3DS as well, Virtual Console. And I believe the link codes work with any game, so there's a generator online that I used for it once, and just made my own save. It's a pretty fun game. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. I haven't played this one a whole lot, but seen some things about it on YouTube. It looks pretty fun. Rugrats in Paris, the movie. This is it's an alright game. It's a Rugrats game, so not much to expect, at least on the Game Boy Color. But PS1 games are pretty fun. Donkey Kong Land 3, looks like. Haven't played this one, but played the Nintendo 64 version, so I don't know if it's similar or not. Superman, this is much better than the Nintendo 64 version, but it's still a Superman game, so not too much to expect out of it. Chase HQ, haven't played this one, but it looks pretty cool. And then we'll go to the Game Boy Advance games. Rugrats, Castle Capers, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Harvest Moon, More Friends of Mineral Town, and Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. Now, for these ones, I did enjoy quite a bit, but there was a glitch that kept happening with mine where both copies, the save files kept getting corrupted, so I don't know what's up with that, but I am glad they released it, or re-released it for the Switch, because I do enjoy that one. Danny Phantom, The Ultimate Enemy. This is a very good game. I personally really enjoyed it a lot, and as you can tell by the prices for these two, I got these quite a long time ago. I believe it was back in 2005 that I got them, so they're still fairly new yet, but very fun games. 007 Everything or Nothing. Now, if you played the PS2, Xbox, just Xbox or GameCube version, you'll know those ones are pretty fun. Game Boy Advance one, it's alright. I mean, it's got multiplayer capabilities, but never tested that out. Not sure how it compares with the PS2 version in terms of multiplayer, but I'm not expecting too much. Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Four Swords. Now this one is a very fun Zelda game. I'm very glad they ported it to the Game Boy Advance, because it's one of my favorite Zeldas. I really enjoyed the Four Swords games when I was able to play it with someone else. And if you completed that, I believe there's the Four Sword Temple, and that is very, very fun, because it's a bit more challenging than anything you've expected from A Link to the Past, so I really enjoyed it. Next off, we got Spyro 2, Season of Flame. This is probably one of my favorite Spyro games. They like captured what the PS2 brought and put it on the Game Boy Advance, which is very impressive for me. And, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that one. Spyro Orange the Cortex Conspiracy, I believe that is. I think this was like a crossover for Crash, if I'm not mistaken. Had a bunch of fun mini games, and I don't think you could play as Crash, but I know there's a level where you get to fight him. Spyro attack the Rhinos, is that what it says? Rhinos. There we go. I haven't really played this one a whole lot, but it plays similar to Season of Flame. Scooby-Doo. It's been a very long time since I played this one. I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but it's Scooby and the gang, so it's pretty fun. Spyro Orange again. Super Mario World and Super Mario Advance 2. This is basically Super Mario World, except ported to the Game Boy Advance. And it's basically what you'd expect from Mario. Pretty fun game. There's Shrek, Hassle in the Castle. Fun Shrek game. I believe you can play as either Shrek or Donkey. Pac-Man Collection. This one is also a very fun game because there's a whole bunch of different Pac-Man styles you get to play. There's the classic one, and I believe there's an arcade version as well. It's very fun. Spy Kids Challenger. Nicktoons Racing. Now, I really liked this game, but never had anyone to play it with, so I kind of missed out, but playing by yourself is still very fun. Classic NES series, The Legend of Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. Now, this game gets a lot of hate, but personally, I enjoy it. I mean, it's definitely different from previous Zelda game. Well, not previous, there was only the first one, but from other Zelda games, it is different, but I really enjoy it. Star Wars 2, Danny Phantom, Urban Jungle, Four Swords again, Spider-Man, and the Game Boy Advance video All Grown Up. Now basically, these were like cartoons that were ported to the Game Boy Advance, so you had a few episodes per cartridge, and I think there's Scooby-Doo, there's Fairly Odd Parents, there might have been Rocket Power, but there's quite a few, and they, I think, stopped after a few years, but they were fun. Rugrats I Gotta Go Party. This is kind of similar to Mario Party, but, I mean, it's alright. I liked it, and it's very short, though. That's my complaint about it. And then over here, got some wireless adapters, so if you want to play Pokemon multiplayer, I believe that was one of them. You could just use these, and you can play with your friends. And then here, a flash cartridge. This is just, it's what I've used to get the limited edition Pokemon. Just put them on there, use those things, and then get them to the game. Then Pokemon Ruby version. It's a very, very fun game. I'm sure any Pokemon players know that. And here, just got the boxes for some of my games. There's Tomb Raider. And then here's some more of the Game Boy Advance videos. And then, right here you got some of the accessories. This right here, I believe you pop it on top of the Game Boy and it's supposed to magnify. It's pretty interesting. This here is a little radio feature. I didn't really use it a whole lot, but if you want to listen to the radio on your Game Boy, you're free to do that. And then here, got the headphone jack, which I really love that they made this, because if you want to put your headphones in, play Game Boy, you can do so. Alright. And then here, 3 of my Game Boy Advances. Oops. All in good shape yet. I don't know how to get this off. It's kind of stuck on there. And Game Boys, Game Boy Color. This is my brother's Game Boy Color. This was actually bought at Walmart, I think it was, back in the day. So that's pretty cool to have. And that does it for the Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy Color games. So now I think I will move on to my DS games. Alright, so first one. Ben 10, Cosmic Destruction, Ultimate Alien. I like this one alright, but it would have been more fun if you could play as an Ultimate Alien a bit more. So, yeah, there's that one. Phineas and Ferb. Didn't play this one a whole lot, but I remember it being pretty fun that I did play of it. Plays it's basically just a regular Phineas and Ferb day in the game. Phineas and Ferb ride again. Again, same thing. Just a bit more features. And I know they used to have that Disney Gamer thing. I think that was like for online multiplayer and whatnot, but I never figured out how to use it. I believe if you still have a login made, like you can no longer make them, but if you still had your login, you can still use that and access your profile, but I don't know if there's still like the online like leaderboards or whatever there was, but it's a pretty fun idea. Sonic Classic Collection, 4 games in 1. Best of Sonic. I did not play this one a whole lot. I just picked it up because like I was trying to get into Sonic, but never really ended up doing anything with it. Sonic Rush Adventure. This one I did play. Back when the what was it called? Was it just the Wi-Fi? Wasn't this the one with wireless? Yeah, I played online, played this one. The concept was fun, but I don't know, it just felt kind of lacking in some areas, but the single player was very good. I like this one. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. This is, it's a pretty fun Kingdom Hearts game. I mean, going through the Datascape and whatnot, Jiminy's Journal. It was a cool idea, but, I think it was right that they didn't port it over to the PlayStation, like an actual game, just cutscenes. It didn't feel like it really deserved that. I mean, Birth by Sleep did, but not so much this game. Harvest Moon DS Island of Happiness. Now, this one was either this one or Sunshine Islands that I really enjoyed. I think it's when I first was starting to get into Harvest Moons, because first I played Tree of Tranquility, that one I really liked, and then I got into these ones. I don't know what the Wi-Fi connection thing was. I don't know how you access that, because I remember way back in the day trying to figure that out, but I don't know where you go to do Wi-Fi connection. Maybe it's just in plain sight and I was just dumb, but I don't know. Alright, Harvest Moon DS Sunshine Islands. This is another great Harvest Moon game. I don't think it has the Wi-Fi capabilities. Doesn't look like it, but I'm assuming it was removed because it wasn't very popular, but this was a fun game as well. I didn't get too far in it, but I did enjoy what I did play from it. Code Lyoko, Get Ready to Virtualize. This one was an alright game. I think it's the best Code Lyoko game they made. No multiplayer though. Star Wars The Clone Wars Jedi Alliance. Now this I got for a birthday present because I asked for it and I really enjoyed it. There's a part in the game that I got stuck on and then I ended up never playing it again, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Alright. GoldenEye 007. Now, this one was a really good game. I really like this one. It's not exactly the Nintendo 64 version, but it's still very fun. Never touched multiplayer though, but I know there's I forget what it's called, but it's basically the DS servers up again, except you have to use a special DNS and whatnot. I think this might be a part of that, so maybe I'll give that a try sometime. But I'm assuming multiplayer would be fun since single player was fun. I do believe that you had to re-unlock your unlockables once you used them though, but I'm not 100% sure. Spider-Man Will of Shadows. Didn't really play this one a whole lot, but from what I remember, it was alright. Nothing too exciting though. 007 Quantum of Solace. This one, it's alright, but again, it's not like everything or nothing. Like, I personally enjoy that one better. This one, it's alright. I played a few hours of it and then just never really got back into it. Attack of the Toy Bots. This was a good game. I didn't play a whole lot of it, but what I did play, I liked it. Because I think there was like stickers from other Nickelodeon shows you could collect and whatnot. Just little Easter eggs. But I do wish you could play as one of the Rugrats. Those are my favorite. Alright. Up next we got Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. I really like the PS2 version. This one was alright. Never played the multiplayer right there, but from what I remember, it was close to the PS2 version, but not exactly. I do believe you could play as all these characters though, so that was fun. Scribble knots, write anything, solve everything. This is a very fun game. I don't remember exactly what the multiplayer was for, but actually, if anyone knows what the multiplayer was for in this game, please let me know down in the comments, because I'm curious. But yeah, you write anything, and anything you write comes to life. That was very cool. I really, really was looking forward to this game because I think I saw a preview for it on Nintendo Week. Is that what it was called? On the Wii Shop channel? Or not Wii Shop channel. The Nintendo channel, excuse me. That's where I saw it, and it looked really cool, so I picked it up. Super Scroll Knots, again, has the Nintendo Wi-Fi sequel to the first one. I believe this is where you can add adjectives. And, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Basically the same thing as the first one, just with adjectives, excuse me. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. This was a very, very, very fun game for me. I really enjoyed playing as the Organization 13 members, and you can play as Sora, Riku, King Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, I believe. So that was pretty fun. And there was a wireless play, multi-card though, but I really wish this was remade. I really enjoyed it, and maybe have online multiplayer at some point. That'd be cool. Animal Crossing Wild World. Now, I know this one, it's more popular than City Folk, I believe, in some places, but I personally preferred City Folk over this one. And, yeah, surprisingly, it was new when I got it, but I think it was 2006, and when did this come out? 2005. So I guess not too far. No, I got this after City Folk, so this was 2009, and this was still new when I got it. So they must have kept it on the shelves for quite a while. But it plays, I guess City Folk plays the same as this. Animal Crossing, there's 4 players, multiplayer, then you all stay in the same house, I believe. But as far as Animal Crossing goes, this is a very fun game. Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. This and Spirit Tracks are really good games. I really enjoyed the story of this one, and it had some great multiplayer. I think this was only touchscreen controls, if I remember correctly, or maybe that was Spirit Tracks or both. I don't remember, but it takes some getting used to. But after you get used to it, it's really fun. Multiplayer was really good too because it took turns being Phantoms and Link, and you try and stop Link from getting the Force Gems. I really like that. Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Now this one, I was upset it didn't have the online multiplayer, but I think I played it at some point, maybe with someone else. I think it's just battle mode basically, but I like this story better than Phantom Hourglass, and the collectibles I preferred a bit more. But it's a shame that it didn't have the online multiplayer, because I think it would have done well, but maybe the first one didn't do well. I'm not sure, but only irritating part about this game was the Spirit Flute part. I didn't really like that at all. That kind of sucked, if I'm being honest. Toy Story 3. Now, I really like this one. It's probably one of my favorite movie games of all time. Because I did the... Although it says there multi-cart play, I believe I think there was the download one as well. I'm not sure what online was, but again, it had the Disney Gamer. This one I believe I am logged into, so maybe I'll see what that is sometime. But I'm assuming for multiplayer, because it says Nintendo Wi-Fi on there. I think all that was just co-op maybe, because you can, or competing with other players. But I don't know. It was a fun game. Maybe I'll play it again sometime. Alright, next up, Pokemon Ranger. So I picked this up off Amazon. Last year I think it was. It was on sale and it was a new copy, so picked it up because I want to get the Manaphy egg. I think that's what it's called, the Pokemon that I want to get. I might do a Pokemon playthrough at some point on my channel trying to fill the Pokédex, so yeah. Haven't played this yet, but that's why I got it, for the special egg. Pokemon Heart Gold version. So, got this back in the day when it first came out. I was gonna pick up Soul Silver, but never got around to it because I wasn't very good at Pokemon back in the day. Like, I was that one kid that always stuck with one Pokemon. Like, I filled out my party, but only leveled up once, so I had the, what was its name? What is its name? The Grass Starter. That was like level 80. And then by the time I got to the Elite Four, everything else was in the 20s. So, wasn't the greatest at it. I don't know if the walker's in here or not. Let me see. Doesn't look like it, but I believe it's around here somewhere. I don't know where exactly though, but yeah. I think you could take it around and it would level up your Pokemon, so that was cool. Next up, Pokemon White version 2. Pokemon Black and White 2 were some of my favorite Pokemon games. I don't think I got into the Wi-Fi connections with this one, but now that Pokemon Classic is up, that's the special DNS server, I have played it a bit more and it's helped fill up my Pokédex. I did, what's it called? The Dream Link thing, I did that at some point, but can't access it anymore. I think Pokemon Classic might be working towards it, but this and Black and White, well, both games I like. White 2 and Black 2 and Pokemon Black and White are really fun. I do prefer these ones a bit more. I like the Pokemon World Tournament, that you get to fight all past trainers. That's pretty cool. Black 2 version, and Black version 2. Basically the same thing, except different legendary, and then there's a few different Pokemon you catch throughout the game. Might as well just sell these both then. Pokemon Black version, Pokemon White version. I know if you did the Unova link, I think that's what it's called, all your certificates that you got, like from the battle subway, they would appear in your house, like this protagonist's house in the second one, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what that enhanced gameplay, what does that mean? Well, I guess that's just for the online stuff. But alright. This is just my Heart Gold version. I don't know how that worked. You just infrared? Guess you just point it at the cartridge. Interesting. My very first Pokemon game, Pokemon Diamond. Now, with this one, funny story. So, I believe it was Christmas 2007, and it was Christmas Eve, and I was at my grandma's house, and my second cousins, or third cousins, were coming over, and he had this game, and the DS Lite, to be exact. And then I told my parents that I thought it looked really cool, and I hoped Santa would bring it for me. So then they went that night, and I think they went to quite a few stores. Like, they went all around to different cities and whatnot, so they were out pretty late. And eventually they found this, and my DS, my first DS, which I don't have anymore, unfortunately, I made the mistake of, let me see if I can find it right now. I made the mistake of trading it out for this. Not a good idea. It's a PS Vita. I don't know why there's Scooby-Doo stickers on there, but Yeah, that was a mistake. I really wish I kept my DS and DSi because I miss those things. But yeah, I'm glad I kept this. As far as I know, I only sold one of my DS games. That was Magician's Quest, I think it's called. But this is one of my favorite Pokemon games and my first Pokemon game. So I'm glad they're remaking it for the Switch. And with that, that's all the DS games. So now on to the 3DS games. You can see my DVD player and 007 back there. Animal Crossing New Leaf. Now, another funny story with this one. It was either release date or day after release date. Or, no, maybe it wasn't release date. I think it was June 12th or 13th, one of the two. The year it came out, I asked my mom if she'd get it for me. She said she would. So she went to a bunch of Best Buys, like all around this date, and eventually she came to one last one. She was like about to give up and sad and whatnot, but apparently this was being held for someone else. And the Best Buy employee she went to, like, apparently he hadn't come to pick it up yet, so he just took off the sticker or whatever to hold it and just handed it over to my mom, and she was able to get it. So that is pretty cool. And it stopped working for some reason after the welcome, or not, it stopped working before the Welcome Amiibo update. I don't know what happened, but I had to download the digital version, transfer this one over to the digital version, and thankfully my save was still there, because I thought I was going to lose it, but fortunately it saved. But once the Welcome Amiibo, something about that patch fixed that, so it must be like something with the software, I'm assuming, but I don't know. It's still, whoops. I really like this game. It's probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Now we have Welcome Amiibo. I got this one because I wanted to play on cartridge. I didn't like digital because that just seems so much unsafe to me. Maybe it's safer though. But since I got this one, I transferred the digital over to the cartridge version of this. And I'm pretty happy with it because I use my, if you've watched before, you know I have a 3DS that's modded. I use Checkpoint to save that, so I got my town saved. And there was cards in here. I don't think I kept them in here, but maybe I'll show them the amiibo cards off sometime. Happy Home Designer. Now this one, it's an alright game. I wish they did a bit more work with it, like made it more of a normal Animal Crossing game, although I get that's not the point of the game. It's meant for designing and whatnot, but I wish like maybe there's online multiplayer or something. That would have made it a little bit better, but it's still a fun game if you're into designing and whatnot, but if not, I wouldn't pick it up. So, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is definitely closer to the first of my top 10 favorite games of all time, but this one, I think I picked it up from GameStop when it came out, 2011. I think I was 11 years old. Yeah. Or was it 2012? I think it was 2011. Yeah, 2011. Got this game, and yeah, you guys saw that I did a walkthrough of it on my channel. If you want to check that out, go for it, but again, this is a very good remake. Or remaster. Whatever it would be called. Majora's Mask 3D. Now, I was starting to think this game would never come, but I was just an impatient kid, but I'm glad that they remade it, because I really enjoy this one as well. Not as much as Ocarina of Time 3D, because of the whole resetting day-night cycle and whatnot, but it's probably in my top 10 favorite Zelda games. Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. This one is definitely my top 10 favorite Zelda games, because I really like the merging mechanic. It's unique. It had fun items. It's the Street Pass too. I really like that. The Street Pass with Animal Crossing I did enjoy as well, because I like seeing other players' houses. It was really fun for me, at least. But yeah, I like the Dark Link fights. I like the game. I like that it's basically a Link to the Past remade into this. Although I don't know if it's considered a remake. I don't know, but it's a fun game. Alright. Triforce Heroes. Oh, hang on a second. Gotta get my charger, otherwise my phone's gonna die, which is gonna suck. I have to cut it here for a second. Alright, sorry about that, but I'm back now. Triforce Heroes. Now, this was a really, I don't know. It's a fun game, but I wish they did more DLC with it, cause it could have been really good. And I wish they had a fourth player. But game unfortunately died out really quickly, and just it deserved more, I think. Maybe not a lot more, but it deserved more. Fun game overall because it used the same engine as A Link Between Worlds, but I don't know. I really wish they did more multiplayer Zelda games, though. Alright. Hyrule Warriors Legends. This is basically Hyrule Warriors, except with all the DLC, I think. I finished it, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I know you can play as a whole bunch of different characters. Don't remember much more than that, though. Super Smash Bros. 3DS. Now this one had another funny story. Went to Best Buy again when it came out. This was someone else's copy as well. Best Buy employee. He just takes off the reserve thing and gives it to me. So I was pretty happy about that, because it was the last one there. Had a lot of fun DLC maps and DLC characters. And overall, good game. Alpha Sapphire. And I guess I'll do Omega Ruby as well. Now these ones, I really like them. Although I played these ones before I played, where's it, Ruby right there? I like them. I like these ones more so than the Game Boy version. But I do like the whole, limited Pokemon thing about that one a bit more. Like the whole quest things. That's why I used the flashcard there. But this one, I think you had the Eon ticket. And you got that by Street Passing players, which I fortunately got. So I think I got it on this one. And I passed it over to this one. So, alright. Sorry about that. I had to cut again. But these are Pokemon Omega Ruby, excuse me. Alpha Sapphire. Very fun games. Glad they are kind of sticking with the remakes. Oh, almost took a topple there. Pokemon Ultra Sun. This, I think it could have been improved a bit more, but for what it's worth, it's a fun game. I enjoyed the Rainbow Rocket portion, but didn't really add a whole lot else. I think there's just like one more exclusive Pokemon or something. I know these guys fused though. The Necromaza and the Legendaries. I think that's what it's called. But fun game overall. Alright. Ultra Moon, again, same thing. Fun game. Just Lunala, I think you get in this one. This Aldalgo, the other one. I forget the names, it's been a while. And then, regular Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Whoops. A little disappointed that they didn't add the national decks for these ones, but it's still good. Scribblenauts Unlimited. This was it didn't really have the same effect on me as the originals did, but I did enjoy it quite a bit. Played around with it a little bit. Didn't get too much into the story mode, but it's a fun game nonetheless. I'm not really sure what else was added with this one, because Adjectives stuck around, but I don't know what else is different. But something is different. That's all I know. Pokemon X. This is the one Pokemon game I probably put the least amount of time in. But that being said, I did beat the game, but never got into collecting, because by the time I got this one, and when I got Black and White 2, and Diamond even, I wasn't really big on collecting yet, but slowly I've been going through the games again and filling out my Pokedexes. Whoops. Something just took a topple. But, yeah. I like the legendary in this one. He's a cool, or she, whatever it is. He's a cool legendary. Lego Star Wars 3. This was the very first game I got for my 3DS. Fun game. I do wish that there was a multiplayer though. I don't know what the Street Pass was for in this one. I never tagged anyone, which is really surprising because nobody ever had this. But it was a fun game. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. This was a really good fun Lego game. Ooh, I didn't know it had a co-op. That might have been fun, but yeah, it sticks to the... It's either 3 movies or 4, I think, but it's a fun game. Not quite as good as the console versions, but it's portable, so I like that about it. Sims 3, this, being honest, never really played much of this one. Assuming it's just basic Sims games. I don't know much about it. Mario Kart 7, I like this one a lot. You can still find matches online. Didn't do a whole lot of collecting, like to get the gold carts. I don't know if those were a thing in this one or not. Sorry about that, had to cut it again, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. Not quite as good as Mario Kart 8 would be, but it's still fun nonetheless. Just wish there was a bit more players that you could play with online. Lego City Undercover, The Chase Begins. This is also a very fun one. I don't know if I did this one or not because I had to cut the video a few times now, but it's a really fun game. I like the whole undercover aspect. Wish they did a sequel though. I think they did one for the Switch, but I think that was just a port of the Wii version, or Wii U version. Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. This was also a fun one, because you could play as Superman, you could play as Flash, Wonder Woman. I liked all the different superheroes you could play as. Really fun game. And I think there's co-op too. Yep. Versus and co-op. So that's pretty fun. This is kind of a unique one. They actually made the Amazing Spider-Man game for the 3DS. And it's got a case, which I don't think was too common. I think the only other game with a case is Street Fighter. But, yeah. It's pretty cool. Fun playing Spider-Man. And it's kind of reflective. This game, played it only once. The day it came out, played it through. I guess if you like driving games, it's alright, but other than that, probably don't want to waste your time on it. It's a very short game as well. Figure I'll do these in a bunch. So Harvest Moon, A New Beginning, Story Seasons, and Trio of Towns, Story Seasons. Now, out of these 3, I prefer this one the most. Because I think I like the story the best, though it's not really much of a story, but like it's the closest thing to Tree of Tranquility and Animal Parade, in my opinion, that we've gotten in quite a long time. But these first 2, Story Seasons and Harvest Moon and New Beginning, are more made casual, I'd say, but they're all really fun. They incorporate a bunch of new things, and this one had DLC, which might have been the first time for Harvest Moon, but I think one of the previous ones had DLC, like Harvest Moon, Natsume, or not Natsume. Wait, was it? I don't know, but it was one of the Harvest Moon games before this. I think was the first, maybe. But this is the first Marvelous like Story of Seasons game with DLC, I believe. But yeah, it's a really fun game. All these are really fun. And last but not least, just the box. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Not too much to say here. I think there's some cards inside. Don't really feel like taking those out right now. Get a little messy. But I also got a case here. What is this? It's black too. Let me see here. Yep, Pokemon Black 2. Use this when I go on trips and whatnot. A little storage container. It's nice to have. And then this one as well. Stole the original 3DS and then some games. Probably one of my favorite things from my 3DS collection is this. A little dusty though. I have to clean it off. Apologize about that, but I don't really know if I can open it. But on the back, you can see all the stuff it contains. I think this was a pre-order from GameStop that I got because it came with this as well. This little case and this one here too. But yeah, it's one of the coolest Kingdom Hearts pre-orders I think that I've seen. Pretty cool. And then here, a little Zelda case. I like the design on this one. I believe there's a few other ones, but this is all I was able to find. I think I got it from Best Buy, maybe. This is my one of my new Nintendo 3DSs, the Hyrule Edition. Got this from GameStop. I like it. It's pretty cool. You can see it. It's also my modded 3DS, one of them. Really cool. My original 3DS. A little dirty, but it's alright. Another one of my 3DSs. This is modded as well. Nothing too fancy though, but it's got the NES style going for it, so that's cool. My current new 3DS. This one isn't modded. Just a standard new 3DS. Red 3DS. Or not a new 3DS. This is just a 3DS XL. I don't know the cases for it. A DS I got from a pawn shop sort of thing. I was going to use this for one of the Pokemon games, but I don't remember which one. I think it might have been a Diamond or Heart Gold, so I could transfer my Pokemon. But anyways, the new Nintendo 3DS box. Let's see here. Open it up. I'm not going to open it, but show the back at least. A little dirty. I don't know what I did to this. It's been under my bed for quite a long time now. But last thing I got here is the box for this one. And there you have it. That is well, I'll put some of the stuff away now though, since I cut it, but that is all my Game Boy and DS stuff. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see like my PS2 games or Wii games, whatever you want to see. Thank you.